I asked the question, can one lipstick change the entire landscape of your day? Let's talk about it. Boo. Well, hello and welcome back to the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda. It is Sunday, apparently. It is 4:15 on Sunday afternoon, being is it the 5th of October? I could be lying. Let me check. Please hold. Yes, it is. It's the 5th of October, 2025 in Australia, New South Wales, in the secret location. Now, pretty sure I haven't done a podcast for 2 weeks. Meant to, but it just didn't happen. But anyway, I am recording this on a Sunday, still trying to decide if I want to release my podcasts every Tuesday or go back to Sunday. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I got so used to recording on a Sunday and releasing on a Sunday. I'm like, why aren't you doing that? Anyway, so first of all, you know what we've got to do? Some motherfucking admin. Tim, what's happened? Not a lot. Yes, I live a very exciting life. I did do that. I was just thinking of some things I've done recently. I haven't really done a lot. Mostly my life consists of going to work and then coming home and then doing this podcast and anything else that takes my fancy. So, no, there hasn't been a lot going on. Work's been really good. No complaints. No, Look, there is things, but yeah, let's not go there. What else has happened? I did go out the other night and watch Joel Sonny, if you know who that is. He's a violinist. I watched that in Newcastle, which was, I was going to say very interesting. It was okay. Look, the weather was shite, so that kind of spoilt the whole situation. But, yeah, it was good to go out with a couple of people and, yeah, ended up singing karaoke and, yeah, I had a great night. So there was that. Life-wise, look, yeah. We might touch on that tomorrow, maybe. Could do, because I was going to record 2 podcasts. I'm going to record the podcast I'm doing right now, and I'm also going to do another podcast tomorrow as well, just because I feel like I need to catch up. But anyway. What am I drinking? Yes, I am drinking tequila. I know. It's shocking. That's not the smash pad I wanted to. No? Yay! Why is that smash go? Oh, that goes for a long time, doesn't it? Yeah, boo indeed. Awkward road. Yes, I am drinking tequila. I will link it in the description of this podcast today. It's one I've never tried. It's, I don't know, what do you call the dark ones? Desperado? Maybe that's what I am. Yes, so it's very nice actually. I've never had it before. And yeah, like I said, I'll link it for those who are playing along. So if you've never listened to this podcast before, highly recommend, because, you know, I sound better then. Recommend you grab a drink, grab yourself a snack. I usually do partake in a few bevies, so depending on how many I've had pre to this recording, can set up the, I was going to say nexus. That's not really saying words for the sake of saying words. That should just be a podcast. Saying words for the sake of saying words. I do that a lot. Yeah, so I don't know what I was going to say. And I need to stop saying That's the thing. Yes, so grab yourself a drink. Just relax. Listen to my voice. As I discuss with you one of the look, is this a hidden gem? I don't think so. Is this something that needs to be celebrated? Yes. Most definitely it does. I mean, even I'm going to do this. Where is it? Thank you. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I do act like a podcast. I can't speak today. And I haven't even drunk that much. Anyway, yes. Does this need to be celebrated? Most definitely it does. What am I going to talk about today? You'd be like, Amanda, just hurry the fuck up. You've been teasing about this bloody fucking fabulous podcast for 2 weeks now. What are you going to talk about? I tell you I'm going to talk about, bitch. I'm going to talk about Tom Ford. I love him. I love him so much. I don't love him, but, him as in TF. Tom Ford. Look, if you haven't bought anything from Tom Ford, and if you have listened to this podcast previously, you would already have an inkling of my love and admiration for the brand that is Tom Ford in particular. No, I'm not rocking Tom Ford clothing or handbags or whatever. Maybe I should. No. I'm talking about Tom Ford. I'm talking about today makeup. Normally you would probably say, Amanda, you have discussed in the past your absolute admiration for Tom Ford perfumes. Yep, the admiration is still there. I'm not talking about that today. But if you've never bought anything from Tom Ford, or if I was to say anything from any designer house, then I would highly recommend, a bit like when I've talked about Hermes, if it is a brand that interests you and you are into makeup and beauty, then why don't you just go and buy something like a lipstick or a perfume or, I know, an eyeshadow palette or a $265 Louis Vuitton lipstick. You could do that. This is a thing. For me, I've said this in the past, makeup from your top design brands is a gateway drug to, experience a high level of beauty. Hopefully, the product lives up to its reputation. But it's also it's that little piece of luxury that you can afford now. I just did say that I bought a lipstick for $265. Look, I don't know how many am I recommending people go out and buy lipsticks for $265? Maybe. It depends. I love makeup and beauty. I love collecting certain types of makeup. If you didn't know and you weren't aware, lipstick is my favourite makeup product of all time. So for me, yes, it's not ridiculous or unplausible for me to spend a large amount of money on a luxury designer house lipstick, as in Louis Vuitton, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Yes, I collect these things. Now, yes, I do wear them. Duh. And this is the thing. I will forever be on the mission, the long winding road. That's weird. To find the most perfect, and I'm talking like, you put it on and you have an epiphany kind of shit. The best lipstick of all time. I I will be. I am on that mission. I always will be. I will need to do a complete breakdown. That's probably that is another podcast just on its entirety alone, where I give, I don't know, top 20. I've got a lot of lipstick. I've got a lot of reference material. But I will say to you that, yeah, going back to TF or Mr. Thomas Ford, you already know how much I love the perfumes. They're ridiculously expensive. That's another discussion for another day. But they are sublime. I am like, I know, what's that cult? The cult of Tom Ford, no. But today, let's not talk about the cult of Tom Ford. I want to talk about a lipstick that I pretty much stumbled upon. I've known of it, but it has recently been reformulated, or it's a new version of it. And when I say to you, and I do have other, I've only got two or three, I think, different types of Tom Ford lipstick. Like I said, the majority of stuff I have from Tom Ford is actually perfume. So how did this start? Okay, a couple of weeks ago I watched, and I'll try to remember the YouTuber I watched, but, actually I do. It comes to mind. Watch the, what's her name? I'm trying to think of her name. I'll just tag it. It'll come to me later on. Anyway, she does, when her name comes to me, I'll tell you, but she does Tom Ford Tuesdays. Every Tuesday she just basically dedicates a podcast to Tom Ford. She is a makeup and beauty and lifestyle YouTuber. Is probably the best description for her. But she loves Tom Ford, anything to do with Tom Ford makeup and beauty and skincare, all the good shit. And she was talking about recent re-release. Why is it doing that? Let me see. That's all right. My Wi-Fi just died. Anyway, hopefully it didn't kill this. Didn't. No. Anyway, distracted by technology. Yay! Anyway, back to seriousness. Back to proper conversation here. Tom Ford, Mr. Thomas Ford. So the YouTuber I was watching was talking about recent release lipsticks from Tom Ford. Now, like I just mentioned a second ago, I've got a couple, but this is one, if you know Tom Ford, you would know that on beauty products and lipstick products, if you didn't know, he has a shade called Fucking Fabulous. It's a red. I'm just breaking down very simply here. It's iconic red lipstick. I have thought of buying it in the past, never did. Don't know why I didn't, bite the bullet, etc. But I didn't. I think I got, sidetracked by one of his other formulas, basically. I think a liquid matte, could it be? Is that what you call it? I'll link it in the description. I suppose that's what you'd have to call it, a liquid matte. Yeah, anyway. So when I was watching this YouTuber and she was saying that there's a new version of the Fucking Fabulous lip colour. And I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued because I've always wanted to buy it. And there's the perfume. That's the other thing, which I don't have. Don't ask me why. I need to get it. Anyway, so she bought 2 of these bullets. She described them as matte, which the Tom Ford website describes as the product being matte. So if you don't like matte lipstick, go away. No, each to their own. No, I would have to say to you that if you're going to buy and you've never had or never tried a matte lipstick before, as in bullet, not, I was going to say gel, that's not the word, then try a designer one. Even though they're very expensive, their formulas in matte are probably some of the best that you'll ever try in your entire existence. So anyway, she bought two. The two colours that she bought, and like I said, I'll have to try and remind myself to tag the video so you know what I'm talking about, was mocha. So I am actually looking at the Tom Ford website, the Australian website, and I will give you a bit of a description and then, get into it. So, as I hit the microphone, I moved my microphone, so I'm really super conscious of trying not to hit it, and I keep doing that. Anyway, fucking fabulous lip colour. It is a solid to liquid lip formula, so fabulous it needs no further introduction. The end. Now yes. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was just looking at something. The cost actually varies dependent on the lip colour, which is interesting. 3.2 grams of product. Product details, so the finish is matte, the coverage is full. Agree. This ultra-sensorial, I'm reading straight from the website, I'm not making this up by the way, solid lipstick with liquid glide, a single stroke melts onto lips for uncensored, unadulterated colour and hydrating comfort. Big words. Fucking fabulous lip is expressed in 10 shades. Very nice shades, by the way, that defy convention, designed for uptown escapists to streetwear muses, artists and intellectuals. Hello, nightlife denizens and cultural provocateurs. A lip formula that glides onto lips with lightweight, liquid-like ease, a sensorial texture evoking supple plongé. Really? Leather encased in an emollient solid formula. A lip creation so revolutionary it needs no further introduction. Close until the clap clicks. Clap clicks. That's really how to say. Say that 3 times. To preserve freshness and prevent the formula from drying out. Benefits. All day wear. Colour true clarity. Immediate moisture. Solid to fluid complex of melting emollients. Lightweight feel. Luminous semi-matte finish. Don't need to tell you how to apply it. If you don't know that, you're fucked. I'm going to say to you, this is a bold statement. So just, hold on to your lipsticks. It is, I think it's actually the best formula of matte or even lipstick bullet that I've ever tried in my entire 52 years. Now, I don't say this lightly. I am a lipstick connoisseur, all right? I'm going to call it right now. I'm a professional connoisseur when it comes to lipstick. I have a shit ton, okay? I will one day tell you how many lipsticks. I have a lot. I've tried a lot in my lifetime. So I can say to you confidently, I know my lipsticks and I know when they're good and when they're shite or shit. I don't know when I'm shite. I say shit. I am saying to you that I watched the YouTube video. I watched the YouTuber. She was loving it. You could see how good it was because the way she applied it, and it immediately had great colour saturation but went on very smoothly. I'm like, okay, I'm interested, bitch. I'm interested. And I'm like, I haven't bought one of these for a long time. So I thought, fuck it, I'll give it a go. I really do love a matte formula. I love satin. Look, I'm not completely biased of all lipstick types. Probably the one I least enjoy is coloured gloss. It's normally unfortunately overrated due to the fact that, yeah, it looks pretty for like 5 seconds. And you usually have it smeared all over your face. If you like to have lipstick all over your face, then wear gloss. That's what I'm saying. If you are more refined lady and you like to have your lipstick on your lips and preferably have good colour payoff and stay in place, even with, little tips and tricks that, if you're into makeup, we can talk about, but yeah, people can use to kind of like have more longevity of the lipstick on their lips, then, there's that. But I'm calling it. Now, this is, like I said, this is a big statement to say that this is the best. Is it the best formula? Now I'm questioning myself. I think it's the best formula that I ever tried of a lipstick, hands down, the end. Yep. Sorry, I was having a sip of my drink while I was pressing air horns on my road. Procaster 2. Yes, it is fucking fabulous, mate. It is. I'll stand by it. I'm stand by these statements today. It is the best lipstick I have ever tried in my entire existence. Now, like I said, there's some lipsticks that come really close, are really good, depending on the type. But when I say to you, I've got it actually on right now while I'm doing this podcast. It doesn't feel like a matte. That's the number one. It does go on it glides on, which is really, it's like a satin, but it's a matte. It's really weird. It does glide on like a liquid satin, as in it just moves across your lips. The colour payoff is straight away, but it does dry down slightly. So it dries down into a matte. It is long wearing. It is the greatest lipstick of all time. It's the greatest lipstick of all time. Now, this is the thing. I bought 2. Honestly, if I was rich as fuck, so I'll go back a step, when I said the price. So I bought 2 myself, and the YouTuber I watch, I bought the same colours as her because if you didn't know, I love red, obviously. Duh. Look, I probably go more for reds, browns on the dark end kind of thing, deep berries, all that kind of good shit, and then I'll have a hot pink. That's pretty much. Yes, I'll go a nude, but more often than not, I'll go some sort of shade of red into berries, into brown, and into dark brown. I'm down for the brown. So the 2 colours I bought from the, what do you call it, the fucking fabulous lip colour range is number 10, F10 Mocha, and the other one that I bought was F8 Fuchsia. Now, price, that's what I want to get to. The Mocha, I don't know why it was cheaper. Don't ask me why. I don't understand. It was 66. The Fuchsia, which is F8, is 98. I don't know why. So, bit of a difference. Same formula, same component. Yeah, obviously the colour's different. Same amount of grams, being at 3.2. I don't know why, and I haven't looked at every single shade. So there is, I don't know, how many shades? How many shades is there? 10. 10. There is a lot of just, light ones, and then pink, like light pink, moving straight into like deep reds, like plum, fuchsia. There is a nice red, which I'm very tempted by. And then the last one being mocha, which is like a Bordeaux, like a deep brown. Anyway, I'm going to call it, and I have called it already. I don't know what I'm saying. It is fucking fabulous, mate. I said in the prelude to this podcast, or that I was going to do for the last 2 weeks, that, it's fucking fabulous. It is fucking fabulous. It is the best formula of matte lipstick or lipstick bullet ever tried. Ever. in my fucking life. Other key points. The lipstick bullet shape. It's got an interesting shape. I will link the product itself to this podcast so you understand what I'm talking about. But the lipstick bullet, it's got, it's hard to describe. I'm not very good at describing visual things. But yeah, it has a very unique shape, like a divot in the bullet, so it kind of hugs the lips. The other thing is the component itself. Again, like classic, beautiful Tom Ford shit going on here, where it's black. It's like a padded black bullet. It does have the click, so, like you can close it and then click so it does seal properly. The component's beautiful, like matte black, it's not leather, but it's leather type. TF at the top for Tom Ford. And, it's just, like I said, it's the best fucking lipstick I've ever tried, and definitely 100% the best matte lipstick formula I've ever tried in my entire life. And like the colours is the other thing too, is like, look, if you know, if you watch YouTube or you're scrolling on Instagram, TikTok. I don't use TikTok, by the way. Facebook, mainly let's talk about Instagram or YouTube. Then, you as a beauty lover, you would know as a beauty lover, what am I getting at here, that the picture can not be of true nature, shall we say. The colour may not actually be the colour because, it's been oversaturated to make it look beautiful, more beautiful than it actually is. Obviously the colour's been dialed up to make it more aesthetically pleasing, shall we say, to the eye. The other thing is that even on YouTube, when you have YouTubers, promoting a product that they've been given in PR or they've bought it themselves, and they're talking about it depending on their own camera and depending on their own camera settings and the lighting, etc., can often be the case. It doesn't give the true nature of the colour of the product. And this is the thing, if you, like a particular shade of red, as an example, then this is where, do you just take a risk, risk it for the biscuit and buy it, hoping that it will be the red of your dreams, or do you need to see it, in the store, swatch it, etc.? For me, let's go to the example of my recent purchase of the Louis Vuitton lipstick, La Beauté lipstick. I was in store. I swatched it on my arm so I could see the colour, even though the lights weren't, I would say to you, weren't the best in store. I saw it on my skin and that was sufficient for me to say, yes, I like it or not. Was it close to what the website promote or the pictures promoted it as? Yes. But let's all, we can all agree, if you're someone who buys lipstick or any beauty product, especially foundation, which is like, that's, the journey can be the journey of all journeys in the makeup realm. Imagine if that was a game, like a makeup realm game. Anyway, distracted. Maybe I should create that. No. That's more often than not, the picture tells 1,000 lies, okay? Shall we say that? It's not true, the true nature of the product. Obviously, it's manufacturers and companies like Tom Ford or any company, to be honest, want to show the product in its best light, shall we say, because we want to make it, they want to make it, aesthetically, like I said, aesthetically pleasing for their customers because they want you to buy it. More often than not, it's not like where I live, there's a Tom Ford beauty store right down the road. So this is the thing, a lot of brands, especially luxury brands, where depending on where you live, a lot of the time now you are buying them online. You are buying these types of products online. So, a lot of these companies had to really pick up their game to give the true nature of, the colour range and the shades, etc., in good lighting, in good format, so that you can identify the actual shade you want, or especially in regards to foundation, your actual foundation shade, which is, like I said, a gold. It's not a gold mine. It's a fucking copper mine. Let me just have a quick sip of my drink. Give me 1 second. I was going to play some music in the background. Let's play this. Oh, that was quick. On that particular, not that you know this, but if you do have a Rode Procaster 2, yes, there is smash pads, right? And there is 8. And yeah, I have 8 pages. You basically can scroll through them. Anyway, one of the smash pads is like a whole set up for nature sounds, shall we say. A bit of thunder, a bit of lightning, a bit of ocean waves. That was very short. Anyway, got distracted by my smash pad. This is the thing. It has and always probably will be a challenge for, your merchants, your manufacturers, your companies that, solely, obviously Tom Ford's not so solely based online, but when it comes down to selling makeup, the importance of actually purchasing and getting what you see, I'm thinking of, what's it called? What's the brand? I could say ambient lights. I'm thinking Hourglass. Thank you. Hourglass is a brand that's probably comes to mind, which is notorious for, they sell these palettes every year of their ambient light and blushes and highlights and bronzers, etc. in these gorgeous palettes. I've actually never bought one. I have the ambient light, a 3-pen one, but anyway, let's not get into semantics here. What I'm trying to get at is it's well known for people who are into this space that what you see online and then what you get in reality, vastly different, completely different. So this is the thing when, especially if you're going to be dropping, $66 for a lipstick is expensive. I'm going to be real here. $98 is even more expensive, okay? So not everybody is dropping $98 on a lipstick that they've A, never tried before, B, mightn't be in all totality the colour that they expect it to be in, once they get it in their hot little hands. And C, once you've got it, I'm not one of these fuckers. I mean, there are people who do this and they're entitled to. I don't know what Tom Ford's return policy is, but there is, a subset of people who buy shit and they don't like it, they return it. I've never actually returned a makeup item. I try to do my darndest or due diligence, is that the pronunciation, that I'll do my homework. I'm watching some YouTube videos. I'm looking at the website. if I'm unsure, I'm waiting till I can actually view the product, live and, swatch it like the Louis Vuitton as the example, a recent example, before I bite the bullet, shall we say. But like I said, I cannot be any more stoked by this lipstick formula. So I don't know if you are listening to this podcast and you're into lipstick as I am, and if you've never tried Tom Ford lipsticks, just do yourself a favour. And especially this recent release, so the fucking fabulous lip colour range, 10 lipsticks. If I was rich as fuck, I'd have all 10. That's honestly, they're so good. They're so good that I highly recommend them. And, yeah, do yourself a favour. And, hey, the question I proposed is, that fact around a lipstick changing your whole trajectory of the day. For me, and I've talked about this in the past, where you put on, you might put minimal or you might put a lot on. But for me, even if I don't have anything on, as in, foundation or eyeshadow or mascara even, I'll always have skincare on because that's important to me. Putting on a lipstick and putting on a red lipstick is, for me, is brilliant. I love it. So, yeah, if you are interested and you're looking for a new matte lipstick and you really don't know which one to buy, then hand on heart, just buy it. Don't look online on the Tom Ford website. Choose a colour and just buy it. You will not be disappointed, 100%. And in Australia, you have your merchants like Maya, David Jones, Mecca Maxima do sell Tom Ford. They don't sell everything from the range, but they do sell Tom Ford. I would say to you, you'd probably be better off going to David Jones or Maya or directly going to their website. Delivery is normally good. Unfortunately, mine got detoured to interstate for some reason. Even with that, even though it was a couple of days delayed, there was no issue with the formula. It wasn't melted or anything, so it was fine. So yeah, do yourself a favour and just buy it. This is what I'm saying. I'm not lying. It is the best matte formula that I've ever used in my entire life. And take it from someone who has a shit ton of makeup, especially lipstick. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so do that. Whilst I was purchasing the lipstick, now the YouTuber, like I said, I can't think of her name. Her name's Monique, but I forget her name of her. It'll come to me. I don't know why I'm getting so caught up in it. Anyway, she also discussed, because like I said, she has Tom Ford Tuesdays. She talked about recent release from Tom Ford being the Black Orchid range, okay? So this was, inspired by Black Orchid, which is could I say it? A hero perfume. Again, if you're into Tom Ford perfumes, Black Orchid. It's a stunner. It's really nice. So they recently released a blush, I think a couple of lipsticks. Did they release something else? Let me see. Because now I'm talking about my ass. So Blick or good? That was weird. View or no? I just want to do new arrivals. Can I do that? Thank you. Because I know they did. See, they're going to make it hard for me. This is the thing. This is one thing that really grinds my gears is trying to find something easily. Good luck. Oh, here we go. So limited edition Black Orchid range. So it consists of Black Orchid cream blush, Black Orchid lip colour, can't speak, colour. So 3. I'm sure there was something else. Maybe there's not. Maybe I lie. That formula I was talking about before, Liquid Lip Luxe Matte, is what I was talking about before. And I think I have a satin bullet and I have an eyeshadow quad. I don't have a lot of Tom Ford. I don't know why. Probably because it's fucking expensive. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, anyway, Monique, it is Monique. I'm pretty sure it is. She was talking about this limited edition cream blush. So I've never actually bought. I've got, like I said, from Tom Ford, and I've always wanted to try it. I might try one day, is their foundation. A lot of people do rave about how good that foundation is, but it's very expensive. It's, I think at the moment in Australia, $150 for a foundation, which is expensive, okay. Like I said, I only have one eyeshadow palette. Again, they're expensive. So, and for me, would I say to you designer brand eyeshadow palettes are probably my favourite? No. But I was intrigued by this one. I love Black Orchid. And when she was showing the component, so the component, if you know the perfume, it's black in a black bottle with with gold accents and what do you call it? Like ridges. It's very, I was going to say succinct. That's not the word I was looking for. It's very universally recognisable if you're into Tom Ford, okay, and you know the perfume. You'd be like straight away, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so Black Orchid Cream Blush. I watched, I think, 3 separate YouTube videos, and I'm like, mate. I'm like, okay. It's really good. So Black Orchid Cream Blush, a limited edition cream blush inspired by Black Orchid, which is the perfume. Finish is natural satin. Coverage is buildable. This sumptuous, let me read it from the website for you. This sumptuous formula glides onto cheeks with the velvety comfort of a cream and blends out for a diffused, powder, soft look. Lightweight and buildable, this emollient, is emollient the word of the day? Formula imparts a flush of dramatic, highly desirable raspberry pink colour and subtle glow. A lightweight cream formula that melts seamlessly into skin, providing customisable, soft colour focus. Okay, look, lots of words, lots of uses of emolliation. Is that a word? Emolliation. Let me have a quick sip of my drink. Give me 1 second. Okay. And the back. Yeah. Yes, lots of uses of emolliation or emollient. Sorry, not emolliation. Emollient here in Tom Ford land or Thomas Ford. What will I say? Finish is, how do I describe it? It's like a powder to, not liquid. That's not what I want to say. It's more like a, it is emollient actually in the pan itself, which lives up to its expectations, by the way. It is a cream. When you touch it physically with your hands, with your fingers, it's soft and it's wet feeling, okay? Depending on how you apply your blush, be mindful it's very pigmented, okay? It is raspberry pink. It is true. The colour that is on what I'm looking at right now on the fucking website, it is true to colour. It is that colour when you get the little component in your hot little hands, if you want to. It's true to colour. Give them that. Round of applause. It is buildable. It's right off the gate. Be aware for new players. It's gorgeous. Sorry, I just hit the microphone then. It is very bright. I don't know if you know, everyone has a particular shade or shades, again, if you're into makeup like myself, that you would, I don't know, lead into or you feel more comfortable in. For me, I really love peaches. Give me a good peach, I'm your bitch. But more and more, I have to say, I've really liked either like a dark red or like this, which is like a raspberry, like a dark pink. It's really nice. The component is gorgeous, lives up to the expectation as sold on these YouTube videos I watched. The formula is beautiful. It is very emollient, I will say to you. What I do when I put on, like a lot of people do, especially with cream blushes, is, I need to stop doing that. I keep hitting the microphone, is put it on your back of your hand with a brush. If that's how you apply, I apply mine with a brush. Spread it out a bit and then apply it to your cheeks so that you're not putting it straight to your face, because I'm telling you right now, it's fucking pigment. Depending on how much blush you like. So with this being a bright colour, dependent on what else you've got going on with your face, that my voice just felt like it just changed then. That was weird. That, yeah, it gives what it says. Is that what I can say? And it does sheer out. That's the thing. Don't panic. Even if you put it on your face and you're like, fuck, I fucked this up majorly. It does blend out very easily with a brush. I don't use a sponge, so I don't know. If you go crazy, put some, use your foundation brush or your foundation sponge and go over it if you need to, like tone it down a bit, which I have done. It dries down. It's like a powder. It does dry down like a powder blush. It's just really beautiful. It's an amazing, I never thought that, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's, some of these videos are like, oh my God. And this is the thing. Let's just cut to the chase. How much is it? The blush, which is limited edition, I'm saying that for my own sake to try and sell it to you here, is $130. You'd be like, fuck. Really, bitch? Yes, I'm not sugarcoating the shit here. It's really expensive. $130 for a blush. It's 6 grams of product. I'm not lying here. It's fucking expensive. But when I say to you, it's very rapidly become one of my most favorite blush products of all time. It's so unique. I think I'm going to have to move this microphone because I keep hitting it. It's so unique in the sense of it being so emollient. Word of the day. It does. It is very wet feeling in the pan. If you were to run your fingers over it, it does feel very wet and you're like, oh, I don't know about this. And if I was to, look, I'll compare it to one product. It's not the same at all. But if I was to say to you in terms of emolliency, pull that one out of my ass, Denizens is one that comes to mind, that she has like a 4-pan blush. I think there's a light and a dark cream blush set, basically. It's very emollient. I don't mind it. It's emollient in the pan. It's emollient on your face. It's wet, okay? Some people don't like that. I don't mind it. If you need to tone it down, put some powder on it. I actually don't mind that at all. This product, even though it's quite wet and emollient, that's how many times. Look, if you want to play, have a bloody nip when I say emollient. Yes, in the pan, it is quite wet feeling. It's not so bad as you're rubbing the pan and it's going shit show all over the joint. Okay, it's not that wet. It's out of control. It's wet feeling. It's emollient. It's the word. Yet I will say to you that you pick it up on a brush or even you pick it up with your fingers and you put it on the back of your hand or put it on your cheeks and then you blend it out. It's powder. It dries down. It's not wet. It doesn't stay wet. Like the denizens, which will stay wet, which, like I said, I don't mind. It doesn't. It will impart down into a soft mat, which is gorgeous. And this is a thing, you might put it on because, you might, I don't know, you're like a daredevil and sticking your brush in and putting it straight to your face, which I did the first time. Because I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to see how bright this motherfucker is. It's bright, bitch. It's bright. Yet I will say to you that it's very blendable. It blended out. It wasn't that difficult to blend out or reduce the, brightness, which was, the raspberry pink shade. So, again, I don't know, Tom Ford, if you don't, this is the thing, if you've never tried, and look, I'm not saying every Tom Ford product is the shit and you should spend a shit ton of money because it will cost you. That's the example. $130 for a fucking blush is expensive. I'm not sugarcoating it here. I will say to you that I am very pleased with the product. It's not just about the packaging. In its entirety, it is what it's being sold as on the website, and it's gorgeous. It is absolutely a beautiful, gorgeous formula, which is buildable, which is strong in pigment, can be blended out. Does it have a scent? I don't think so. It might. No, I don't think it does. Imagine if it smelled like black orchid, I wouldn't care, actually, because that's a phenomenal perfume. But it's glorious. So if you are someone who, like I just mentioned, how many moons ago or minutes in this podcast, it's not, blush wouldn't be at the top of my list, okay? Though I do love a good blush, and like I said, I'm more partial to peachy tones or orangey tones. This is beautiful. It's a glorious blush, and if you are someone who really is into blush, if that's your favourite product, like I said, for me, lipstick would be my favourite product, then, yeah, do yourself a fucking favour and buy it. So, yeah, it's still available here in Australia. I don't know in other places if it's still available, but, yeah, so the fucking fabulous lip colour range, 10 shades, all the way from a nice nude, like I'm talking, I could easily buy that. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? That was my phone banging on my laptop, by the way. I'm just trying to open. Why isn't this connect? My Wi-Fi's not connected for some reason. I don't know why. Hopefully that won't ruin my recording, but if it does, it does. I'm fucked. I've lost connection to the internet. Hopefully I'll just be able to save the recording. Anyway, yeah, it is phenomenal. Both products are fucking awesome. So that's the Black Orchid Cream Blush and the fucking fabulous matte lipsticks. Just do it. Do it now. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing some weird gateway thing? I don't know why it's doing that. Action needed, no internet. I don't know why I don't have no internet. That's weird. Do that. Let's see if it's connecting. Action needed, no internet. Interesting. Okay. Boo. I was going to talk. Oh, am I able to still view it? Yeah, it looks like I am. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to talk about today, because I'm talking about, let me just quickly put some sound on. That was quick. I wanted to talk about Pat McGrath. Just random side note. Okay. I'm into it, all right? I love Pat. Maybe not so much anymore. She's kind of... I have to talk about it because and this time of year, if again you're into this beauty and makeup space and you're into buying all the upcoming holiday releases, and it's coming in thick and fast. It's only fucking the 5th of October and it's coming out hard, mate. Then, yeah, Pat McGrath, if you didn't know, she'd actually collaborated with Louis Vuitton for the makeup range, recently released. But she actually has her own brand, if you didn't know, Pat McGrath Labs. And she every year releases a holiday collection. This year is thus no different. When I say to you, it's off the chain, it's fucking off the chain. Gilded Nirvana is the holiday edition released by Pat McGrath Labs. I haven't bought anything from Pat McGrath for some time. It's been several years. I bought the, holiday palette, 2 or 3 years gone, which is very nice, and I haven't bought a mothership palette for a fucking long time. But yeah, to say that she's come out and I'm like, oh, this is the thing. If you know, you know. She has released some shit, all right? In the last couple of years, she's released some shit. I'm telling you right now. And when this was released on Instagram, as in images, etc., it's the same old, if you know, you know. The same old imagery, all the sparkles and the flashes and weird imagery of shit that she loves to do. Then, yeah, first of all is the Gilded Nirvana Mega Eyeshadow. I can't speak. Gilded Nirvana Mega Eyeshadow Palette, $123. It is Pat McGrath, by the way. 12 shades. Other things that included in the Gilded Nirvana collection, which is apparently unwrapped 10 years of divine glamour with iconic pigments and luxurious luminosity, that's the word I'm looking for infinite expression, please. Some of these expressions divine. She also has come out with a Divine Decade Edition, a gold 001 shade, like a one pan. Mini Divine Cream Blush, Legendary Glow Colour Balm Duo. Looks pretty good, actually. Kind of interested in that. Other products include the Luxe Chrome Eyeshadow Stick. Where did that come from? Now, I will leave these couple of things. There's a couple of other things. There is, that's ridiculous. Yes, there is Stellar Glow Mini Blush and Mini Star, Dark Star, which is her mascara, by the way. Set. There is like a palette and lust gloss set. There is also the Divine Decade Duo Eyes and Cheeks, so 2 blushes and the palette, which is interesting. It's $152, by the way, if you were curious. I have to actually just discuss some of the products that are off the chain. I will do that one last. First of all, off the chain shit. Okay, I don't know where this is coming from, but she's collaborated with some different people, okay, for this Gilded Nirvana shit. One of them being Jennifer Fisher. I'm not sure who she is, but I believe she's a jeweler. There's some jewellery items that you can purchase as part of this collection. Pat McGrath Labs and Jennifer Fisher Golden Anniversary Lip Pendant. You're like, that's pretty. $2,989. Yep. We've got a skin fetish pin, a lot cheaper, $30. We have a 00, well, we don't anymore because it's sold out, so who the fuck bought this? 001 Pat McGrath's 2025 Fashion Week diary captured on a 35mm disposable camera. $1,111. Sold out, by the way. We have the T-shirt 77. We have a Divine Decade Edition 1 of 1 signed archival backstage Polaroid. What? 1,725 sold out. Pat McGrath Labs and Love Chrome Suki Gold Comb. Now, it's a gold comb. Don't ask me if it's even real gold. This is the thing. 300. Pat McGrath Lucky Charm Exquisite Bag Charms. 897. There's another pendant. 1,111. Sold out, by the way. Oh, no, I can get that. Sorry. I've saved the best for last, okay? Jennifer Luber, again, she is, if you didn't know, she makes these beautiful bags that are like, you know, it might be a little, I don't know, it might be a hamburger, it might be a fucking, I think there's one that's like $1 note or a note, basically like little handbags with like, looks like Swarovski crystals, I don't know, but they're fucking expensive. They're glorious. I think Kris Jenner has a whole collection of them. But anyway, I'm pretty sure she does. But Judith Leiber, it could be Leiber, but it's Leiber, Couture Golden Crystal, I don't know what this word is, Minaduia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Probably butchered that, by the way. It is a handbag. All right, is this going to work? Join the wait list. Judith Leiber Couture Golden Crystal. Yeah, it's like a little mini bag, handbag, basically. Here I go. I've got a little video here. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, it's hard to tell how big it is, to be honest, because the image is like shite. Thank you, Pat McGrath, for that. Yeah, it's like a little handbag, basically, a crystal handbag. Is it real crystals? Let me see. Sorry, I'm reading the thing. I know it's design. Oh yeah, European crystal embellishment. I don't know what kind of crystals it is, but who knows, by the way. Look, it's gorgeous. I don't know if you want a lipstick. I don't know if you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? You can join the wait list to purchase this beautiful handbag at 11,947 Australian dollars. What? Fuck, Pat. Has she lost her mind? I think she's been hanging around bloody Louis Vuitton too long. I don't know where this has come from. I don't know that now that she's, you know, working with Louis, that she's working with these other designers. I mean, like, I'm looking at it at the website, on the website, Pat McGrath Labs, by the way. I'll link it for you in the description of this podcast. It's gold and, you know, crystal. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's at $11,000. Like, pretty sure I can buy a car for that. So yeah, I don't know where this is, like, where Pat McGrath's going, why she suddenly decided to come out with this range of expensive items to celebrate the gilded celebration of 10 years, maybe. I don't know if it's warranted. It's fucking off the chain. She also did a Candy Crush collaboration, which I wasn't aware. I think I was, but I'm like, really? Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I saw someone talking about it. Was it today or the last couple of days, where they were saying, oh, this bag that this person's created and some ridiculous price. I'm like, can it be that? It's 11 grand. I don't know what you're doing, Pat, but you need to calm the farm. It's just, you know, you haven't been consistent in the last couple of years. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, it's where's this coming from? And who's buying it? This is the other thing. Who's buying this shit? I don't know. It blows my mind considering, back in the day, Pat McGrath was the shit. She was the shit. And unfortunately, she sticks to a certain narrative. It is what it is. A lot of brands do that. But her formula just died in the ass. So to come back with trying to promote, products that are like a pendant and a bag for 11 grand, I truly don't understand it. I don't. I'm like, who in their right mind is doing that? Who is buying it? I don't know. Anyway, I just had to mention it because it's so preposterous that she has been, gone back to the friggin' back room. I don't know. She's just not died in the ass, but like people are just like, Pat, you've lost it. I don't know. You're not in charge of your own brand anymore, and you're just pushing out shit, basically. To then, out of nowhere, after hooking up with Louis, start trying to push all this fucking Dira's ass shit. I don't know what's happening. It's interesting, I have to say. I haven't seen any reviews of her new palette, the 12 pan, or is it 8 pan palette that she's released for holiday. I mean, it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's just this shade. It's the same shit on repeat, shades that you probably have in other palettes. And to be honest, because we all know, if you know, Pat McGrath eyeshadow formula has changed in the last couple of years and it's not as beautiful as it was. Yeah, do you risk it? Do you risk it? And this is the thing, I don't know who she thinks she is. Who are you? The audacity to come out with this shit. Good on you, girl, for having a crack, but mate, it's just fascinating. This is the thing, at this time of the year, brands are just going goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga, for their, holiday editions. It's coming out thick and fast. So, yeah, no, I will not, even though I've spent $98 on a lipstick and $130 on a blush from Tom Ford, Mr. Thomas Ford. No, I will not be purchasing a $11,000 bag from Pat McGrath. So just so we're clear. So, yeah, anyway, what have we got coming up? So on the podcast, I will do my best to record another podcast tomorrow. Here in Australia, it is a long weekend, which is very nice here in October. Daylight saving has commenced, which is even better. So I am thinking of doing another little sneaky podcast tomorrow. I won't tell you what it is, but if you've seen some of the stories I've released on Instagram, you might figure it out or you might not. So I'll keep that to myself. But anyway, upcoming is I do have some makeup on its way from Singe Beauty, and I don't think I've ever done a dedicated podcast around that brand, which is Angelica Nevquist is brand, Singe Beauty. So if I've just butchered her surname, I apologise, Angie. I will do a dedicated podcast on that makeup when I receive it, so I should probably get that in the next couple of weeks. And in the meantime, I will be saving my pennies because before you know it, I'm going away. So there's that. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave that here today. It is now 5:30 here in Australia, in New South Wales, in the secret location. If you are in Australia, have a great long weekend. It is glorious weather. Enjoy the daylight savings that's now commenced. If you are across the globe, I hope that you're having a good one. If you're into lipstick, do yourself a favour and buy some Tom Ford. fucking fabulous. I'll have it in the description of this podcast. Just check it out if you're interested. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave that here today. If you would like to reach out to me anytime, you can via my email address, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. Primarily use Instagram to promote my podcast, so you can check out what I'm releasing there. And yeah, leave it there today. Have a good one. And as always, thanks for listening. And yeah, be kind to yourself. Take care. Bye.
Shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it up. Black shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it up. 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 You could be my cheat code.
Gotta take it out. Check the sonics. Gotta take it out. Gotta take it out. Check the sonics. Gotta take it out.
Shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it up. Black shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it up. 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 You could be my cheat code. Tell the DJ turn it up.
Check the sonics. Gotta take it out. Check the sonics.